Can you share what do you do for yourself to build that breathing space for yourself? Because I know a lot of leaders are so busy doing that their only focus is on doing more
Yeah.
rather than like taking a step back, looking at the big picture, then coming back into. So what is it that you do daily to build that perspective and to build that as a habit?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I can't say that I wouldn't be victim of that being busy myself. And I think sometimes it takes a child to tell you that, mommy, you've been quite, edgy lately, or something that reminds you that, because if you're too busy, if you're too stressed, of course, you don't have this kind of space to be, yourself, but to become very edgy and you become like overstressed. So what I try to do is that I meditate every morning, 20 minutes. And I do write this kind of thing called morning paper, which is like just like a brain flow on the paper, whatever is in your mind. And sometimes, of course, new ideas come that you want to use. So I think, and exercising. I think keeping yourself fit is very important. And also, then in the end, I think sometimes, in the last case, it took also for me a bit too long to realize that less is more. And to really just start limiting your time when you do what, and also reserving time for, of course, like for creative stuff, but also for your family. And sometimes I think we forget this, especially if you have kids, that they're not going to wait for you to grow up. They're there all the time. And so it's really taking time for yourself and understanding what is important for you. Because if you are just busy, your brain doesn't even work. And of course, what everybody says, the number one is to sleep enough. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think these are some of the elements which I do share with my clients as well. How would you answer somebody who would say, right, what do you mean by less is more? Or how do spending less time at work will allow me to get better or more effective? Right? Or how does meditation or journaling help? How would you answer that?
Yeah, I think that, when you think about like what is less is more, because if you start limiting the hours of work that you are going to work on a certain topic, whatever it's your company or something, then you have only the limited hours, and then you have to prioritize. What are you going to do? And I think it depends, of course, in what stage you are as a company. But for example, for us, we need to generate cash. So anything that is to generate cash, we do. Everything else, we don't. So I think it's, to have whatever that focus, or if it is that you need new users, or you need whatever that is that you're doing, that should be your focus, and you should prioritize everything else. Okay, is this going to help me getting that? And I think it's like, I think the science speaks for itself. All the research speaks for itself, how important it is to take time for yourself and to meditate. I think for the brain to, even when you sleep, the brain is, getting rid of toxins and helping you to recuperate. And if you think about the child who's sick, what do? They just sleep. And I think that's like a sign that sleep is very important. Meditation, you're being with yourself. It seems to be really, nowadays, people can't sit 5 minutes without having a phone in their hand. Yeah. I mean, why don't you try at least start with 2 minutes? Just look out from the window and do nothing. And I think that will also, in a way, help your brain to recalibrate and see, was it really that busy, that thing that I had to do, that I couldn't take 3 minutes for myself? Life is short. You should really, also enjoy it.
Thank you. I think that's a lovely metaphor that you're using, right? Prioritizing and focus, because meditation in many ways is just focusing your attention. And when we are too busy or we are too distracted, like it's saying no to those distractions is what becomes difficult. And if you are in a calm and meditative state, you can see very clearly what matters here. And then I need to focus there. That it makes saying no to a lot of things very easy, and also builds that courage to have that clarity to say that, okay, no, right? Otherwise, in a state of being too busy, you always feel guilt by saying no. But if you are coming from that calm state, you know why you are saying no, and that makes it so much more meaningful.